What if technology suddenly disappeared? Introduction. Technology has become an inseparable part of human existence, shaping industries, economies, and even personal lives. But what if, one day, all technology suddenly disappeared? No electricity, no internet, no vehicles, no medical devices, nothing beyond basic hand tools. The consequences would be catastrophic, affecting every facet of modern civilization. This essay explores the immediate and long-term effects of such an event, covering social, economic, psychological, and cultural implications. Immediate effects. First few hours communications breakdown. All digital communication, including phones, emails, and social media, would stop instantly. News sources would be cut off, leading to confusion and misinformation. Emergency services would struggle to coordinate responses. Power and energy failure. Electrical grids would collapse, plunging cities into darkness. Nuclear power plants, reliant on automated controls, could face catastrophic failures. Fuel supplies would be useless without functioning refineries and distribution systems. Transportation halts. Cars, trains, and airplanes would stop working, stranding millions. Supply chains would break down, leading to immediate shortages. Public transit systems would become obsolete overnight. Social chaos and panic. First few days. Water and food supply crisis. Water purification systems would cease functioning, leading to contamination. Grocery stores would run out of stock within days, leading to food riots. Agriculture would collapse without modern irrigation and machinery. Healthcare catastrophe. Hospitals would be unable to function without electricity and advanced medical equipment. Life-saving medications would no longer be produced or distributed. Epidemics could spread rapidly without modern sanitation and antibiotics. Breakdown of law and order. Governments would struggle to maintain control amid widespread panic. Looting, violence, and survival instincts would take over. Some communities might impose martial law or self-governance. Economic collapse. Banking system failure. Digital transactions, ATMs, and banking services would cease to exist. Currency would become useless, leading to a barter economy. Stock markets and global trade would vanish overnight. End of modern industry. Factories would shut down without automated production lines. Skilled labor would shift from office jobs to manual survival work. Corporate structures would dissolve, replaced by localized economies. Survival and adaptation return to primitive skills. Farming, hunting, and fishing would become essential skills. Communities would be forced to grow their own food and create their own tools. Those with pre-industrial knowledge would become highly valuable. Migration from cities to rural areas, urban centers, unsustainable without technology, would become unlivable. Mass migrations to farmland and resource-rich areas would begin. Conflicts over resources and territory would become common. Re-establishment of governance and society. New tribal or feudal systems could emerge to maintain order. Decentralized governance might replace national governments. Religious or ideological groups might gain influence in the absence of scientific progress. Psychological and cultural impact. Mental health crisis. The loss of modern conveniences would cause widespread depression and anxiety. Suicide rates might increase due to despair and helplessness. People would struggle with the sudden shift in lifestyle and loss of purpose. Loss of knowledge and education. Universities, libraries, and research institutions would cease to function. Scientific and technological advancements would be lost to history. Oral traditions and storytelling would become primary forms of education. Shift in entertainment and arts. Music, films, and digital art would disappear, replaced by live performances and traditional crafts. Literature might be preserved through handwritten books. New forms of creative expression would emerge based on available materials. Long-term consequences. Over years and decades. The rise of a new society. Humans would rebuild civilization using available resources. A balance between nature and human survival might emerge. Smaller communities might thrive based on self-sufficiency and cooperation. Rediscovery of technology basic engineering knowledge would help in rebuilding infrastructure. Some remnants of old technology might be salvaged and repurposed. Future generations might redevelop technology at a much slower pace. Potential for a better future humanity might learn from past mistakes and create a more sustainable world. Without reliance on machines, human relationships might strengthen. The environment might heal, leading to a more natural balance. Conclusion: the sudden disappearance of technology would be a cataclysmic event, plunging humanity into chaos before forcing it to adapt and rebuild. While the transition would be brutal, it could also provide an opportunity for a fresh start, reshaping human civilization in ways we can only imagine. The ultimate question remains: would we learn from our past, or make the same mistakes all over again?